What is the official from your mouth story with your parting of the ways with the IFL and the Razor Claws?
Well, you know, to me it was big. It was a big surprise. No surprise if you look at the way our team did during the season and stuff like that. You know, we had a pretty crappy season, but you know, I scheduled a tryout for the IFL team for the 2008 season, and the IFL scheduled a tryout on the same date in an open draft. And I was like, well, that's a little weird. You know, maybe something strange is going on. Maybe there's a little miscommunication. So I called them up and I tried to, you know, figure out what was going on, and nobody would call me back for about 2 weeks. Wow. And yeah, so when no one calls Mr. Shamrock back for 2 weeks, usually it's a bad sign.
So let's talk about one of your last, if I can, your last media things that I mentioned the last time I saw you was that your fight with Phil Baroni. From a fan's point of view, it was exciting. You looked incredible. You clowned and beat him up. What is your assessment as far as like an athletic performance of that fight?
Well, you know, I'm pretty hard on myself. So, you know, in looking at the fight, I have mixed emotions about it. It was a good tactical and strategic execution. I took more damage than I anticipated or wanted to, because I never want to take damage. That's my art. That's why I look like this.
You spent time at Team Quest leading up to the Baroni fight, right? What was your, I guess, your purpose or your goal behind doing that?
It was a wonderful experience for me. And I got to be honest, they're wonderful guys, but they're suffering from what everyone else is suffering from. They get in, they warm up, they beat the crud out of each other for an hour and a half. Then they all sit around and talk about how tough it was.
So you've openly said that you wanted to have the rematch with Renzo Gracie. You've learned in your past from your experiences, what would be different about a second fight and a rematch with Renzo Gracie that didn't happen before?
Well, first of all, I'm just going to knock him out instead of threatening to knock him out, because last time that was a psychological play instead of an actual you know, game plan. My game plan was a safe one. I was going to fatigue him out. I was going to wear him out, allow him to work through as many positions and submissions, allow him to take me down, allow him to work and make effort while taking me down, and then damage him the whole time. You know, Gracie really stole something from the fans on that one. You know, and I've been in that situation where I've had to make that decision. You know, like, do I take it? Do I walk away? You know, do I find a way out? And, you know, I lost some respect for him in that area. But I gained some respect that he had the mental awareness to realize that he was about to get horribly knocked out, and if he just walked away, he could win. So, you know, it's tit for tat, and I'll get mine back when we do our rematch, and hopefully that'll be in April. You know, for a lot of guys that are bullies, or for a lot of guys that have that don't have a lot of confidence in themselves, when you tease them or make fun of them, it's what makes them angry, and it's what drives them over the edge. And, you know, I beat Phil long before we ever got in that ring. And then Josh Thompson kind of inserted himself in those videos, which we've had quite a bit of fun. What happened out of that was he got really upset, and he got a shirt that said, "Frank Glamrock is my bitch." And he started wearing this shirt around to events and shows and after his fight and everything else. And, you know, I thought it was interesting, but I didn't, you know, I didn't want to make Josh Thompson famous, because the only way he's going to get famous is if he fights somebody like me, because the guy's an idiot.